Tonight on 8 out of 10 Cats, Daddy's girl, Kelly Osbourne. Mummy's boy, John Bishop. And their team captain, Jason Manford. And facing them tonight, from Dragon's Den, Theo Paphitis. From across the pond, Mike Wilmot. And their team captain, Sean Lott. Now, welcome your host, Jimmy Carr.
Hello and welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats, a show about opinion polls, surveys and statistics. Did you know, for example, 44% of Brits keep their socks on during sex? Fair enough, why would you take your socks off in a car park? The average person will spend 2 weeks of their life waiting for the traffic lights to change. I think they might be broken. And 20% of adults in Britain don't know how to use email, and they work on the help desk at PC World. Right, let's get on with the show. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. We've teamed up with a leading polling organisation and they've asked the British nation what stories they've been discussing this week. It's our panellists' job to guess the British public's top 5 most popular talking points. Jason, Kelly, John, your team to go first. What have the nation been talking about?
We reckon Big Brother and, more specifically, Alexandra. She's been threatening the rest of the Big Brother inmates, is that the word?
I think it's really funny.
Can we just clarify things? Because Alex might be watching this. She's out of the house now. I don't respect you.
Did you see what she said as well? She said, I've got gangster friends, they can do what I say. Pow, pow. Like, how old is she? 8. They're going to get you. Pow, pow, pow.
That's the problem with girls, is at school they never learn a good gun noise, you see. But, like, if that had been a bloke, he'd give it the old... You know what I mean?
I believe the phrase is blap, blap, blap.
Yeah.
Just saying, no one fuck with me, right? Yeah? You'll never be ready. Remember I told you.
What's that?
That's how I roll, motherfucker. It's not how I roll like that. With the bitches in the back. Yeah.
If you were in a gang, you'd be the treasurer.
I tell you what's winding me up, though, is E4's coverage of the live streaming. Yeah. And they let you watch them sleep, they let you watch them eat, but any time anything interesting happens, they cut to a break. They start doing the little bird noises and all that stuff, right? And it's quite annoying. There's been a few times where they're like, oh, yeah, now guess what? Guess who I've had sex with? Well, I'll tell you. On a Tuesday.
Let's have a look and see if Big Brother's one of the most talked about things this week. Yay. Yes, of course it is. Yes, in Big Brother news this week, Alex has been removed from the house. Alex spent the last 24 hours in a hotel room. You have to clean it quicker than that, love, or you'll get the sack. Sean, Mike, Theo Paphitis off of Dragon's Den.
Yeah.
What have the nation been talking about?
Is it the visit this week of George Bush to London? Visited London. Gordon Brown, very pleased to see him.
Yeah, thrilled.
Yeah. Well, I imagine he is. It makes him look better, doesn't it? Same principle like Simon Cowell got Piers Morgan on Britain's Got Talent. Says, if you think I'm a smug, self-satisfied bastard, look at this bloke. I think...
Is that Wamia?
I think it's just funny that, you know, when I'm Canadian and when our Prime Minister visits, not a lot of hoopla. Like when our Prime Minister, Stephen Harper, and right there, I could have said any name at all. I could have said Zorak the Invincible, and there'd still be people watching at home going, yeah, I hear he's invincible. Yeah. Yes, Zorak.
George Bush got a tour of Windsor Castle, and I thought that would be an episode of Cribs I wouldn't mind watching. Just Prince Philip walking around, going to the bedroom, and this is where the magic happens.
Do you think he was secretly a little bit disappointed that Windsor Castle wasn't bouncy?
You saying he's stupid?
That's what I was saying.
That's one of his greatest skills, isn't it? It's this idea that he's convinced everyone he's stupid, and he's not stupid. He's just really anti-clever, isn't he? So he doesn't like clever things.
Like reading books the right way up.
I'm going to go through a couple of things he has said over the years.
Yeah.
When asked to describe the White House, he said, "It is white."
Technically correct.
Not wrong.
OK. He said, "More and more of our imports come from abroad."
Correct. Yeah.
OK. "I think we can agree the past is over."
That is fact after fact.
Here we go.
He's a fact machine.
Last one. When asked by a reporter why Osama bin Laden had not been caught, he said, "He's hiding."
Yeah.
He ruined my whole entire week this week.
He ruined your week?
Yes.
Oh, well, the Iraq War was one thing. What has he done now? For fuck's sake, Kelly. I was fine with Afghanistan. This is too much.
I had to leave like 2.5 hours early so that I could get there because there was so much traffic.
Jesus.
What a bastard.
This guy's got to be stopped. What are we doing? Right, let's see if President Bush is one of the most talked about things this week. Yes, indeed he is. Yes, this week, President Bush made his last official visit to Britain. After leaving office, Bush intends to devote a couple of years to finishing his book. He can't believe that caterpillar is still hungry. Jason, Kelly and John, what else have the nation been talking about this week?
We reckon Paul Burrell has been in the paper quite a lot. Someone said that he shagged Princess Diana, and I can't believe a beautiful princess who's married to the future King of England. She had affairs with a major in the army. She had an affair with the captain of the England rugby team, and she's thinking, yeah, I know what I'll do. I'll shag my fat gay butler. That's what
I suppose who said that he saw the Queen naked in her bedroom.
Oh.
How did he manage that?
He was chasing a corgi that ran into the Queen's bedroom. Apparently the Queen was stood there naked.
It's sort of freaky. Imagine busting in and seeing like 4 corgis and a naked queen. That sounds like the best hand you can have in a poker game. 4 corgis and a naked queen.
What's the etiquette for seeing the Queen naked? What do you do? Do you bow? Do you salute?
I've seen her naked.
Yeah?
On Photoshop. Amazing she looks. She's got an amazing tattoo. It's a full fox hunt coming over her shoulders. Load of dogs across her tummy and a little fox nipping in for cover. It's beautiful.
I can tell you it's not one of the top 5 most talked about things this week. OK, Sean, over to you. What else have the nation been talking about this week?
The impending interest rate rises, general economic gloom and doom, rising prices of food. Food's gone way up. Anyone who has their 5 a day now is just showing off. But interestingly, there's one food that hasn't gone up, tripe. It's still a very reasonable 8 pence a tonne.
Theo, you're a businessman, right?
Yeah.
You may understand this kind of thing. Explain to me what's going on.
Well, basically, the Chancellor got a letter from the Governor of the Bank of England to tell him we're fucked, officially. It took a letter from the Governor of the Bank of England.
You know, the worst thing about the letter cost the Chancellor 25 quid. Do you know Ryman's and La Senza, isn't it? The underwear, the lingerie.
Von der Sense, yes.
I've had an idea for you. Crotchless post-it notes.
You see there's a demand, do you?
Yeah, huge.
I'm a big fan of the old sexy underwear situation.
We don't do your size.
There's loads of money-saving tips people are putting out that, you know, there's loads of different ways you can save money, and I was thinking of cut one like breakfast. You know, I know it's wrong, but steal birds' eggs for your breakfast. They're littler, but they're actually quite tasty. And I've started taking hormones, and in a few months I'll be lactating, so that's milk in the morning. Just saving, little saving. And what I do is make a great big pot of stew, really big pot of stew.
Pigeons.
Yeah.
But have you...
Pigeons? What? Well, what'd you say, pigeons? You can't just say pigeons. You've got to have something before it and after it, Theo. You can't just go, pigeons. Is that a good idea?
Trafalgar Square.
Trafalgar Square, yeah.
Get the pigeons.
Get the pigeon, eat the pigeons.
In the
They've all gone.
Who got rid of the pigeons?
Have you gone mental? Have literally gone mental?
This is serious.
I know you've got money. Have you been drinking all day? I run a lingerie shop. Pigeons! Right, let's see whether the state of the economy is one of the top 5 most talked about things. I have a feeling it will be. Yes, it is. The most talked about thing this week. Yes, this is the continuing story of economic crisis. The credit crunch is causing pensioners to be hit hardest. Well, let go of the handbag then, Nana. If you're watching, don't have nightmares. Snatch your bag. Sorry. Fingers on buzzers, what else are the nation we talking about? Jason?
Euros, the Euro 2008, the football that we've not been invited to.
Why?
Well, because we were rubbish. Steve McLaren fucked it up. But we... Well,
half the team couldn't have gone because of Wayne Rooney's wedding.
It's hard not being there because you've had to find, like, another team to support with, like, a weird angle, like, oh, I drive a Fiat, so I support Italy, or I've got a necklace out of onions, so I support France. So mine's been, I quite like Nando's, so I'll support Portugal. Right. But,
Quite like.
Yeah, quite like it. But then the problem is, they've got Ronaldo, who I hate, and I've had to come to a conclusion. Do I like peri-peri chicken more than I hate Cristiano Ronaldo? It's a tough question. Try and ask it yourself.
Bit as well, like they're trying to get an atmosphere. At what point does a grown adult want a flag painted on the face? When did that start happening?
I remember in the World Cup, there was a woman working in Tesco, and they'd obviously let them wear the England shirts, and she was not just in an England shirt, she had shorts on, socks, and shin pads, right? She was stacking shelves, right? And then... so I slide tackled her, right? Shocked. She was shocked.
Let's see if Euro 2008 is up there.
Number 2, yeah. Got that.
Yes, indeed. OK, there's one more thing to get. Fingers on buzzers. What else have the nation been talking about this week?
The release of Bin Laden's number 2 in Europe, his right-hand man, apparently.
The way I remember his name is Abu Qatada. which is terrible, because it makes me say his name in a very jolly way.
Yeah. He's been released, much to the annoyance of the government and various tabloids. Got very stringent restrictions on his movement. He's only allowed out for an hour in the morning and an hour in the afternoon. He'd have to watch a film in, like, 3 visits. If he wants to go and see Sex in the City, which I imagine he can't wait to see, he's out of prison, he'd have to go in, watch 45 minutes, go back home. Ooh, I wonder what's going to happen next.
Did you see
Wait till 2 o'clock. Don't tell me the story to everybody.
Did you see that restriction? One of the great restrictions he's got is he can't have Bin Laden to visit him.
To be fair, he is a bad influence on him. So, you know...
You're right, yeah.
We don't know if he's actually made it home because he's being delivered from prison by MI5 agents. There's a very good chance they'll leave him on the train, isn't there? He won't make it. They'll just forget about him.
Let's see if Abu Qatada is up there. Yes, this is the news that controversial cleric Abu Qatada has been released from prison. Qatada denied he influenced shoe bomber Richard Reed with his controversial sermon entitled "Bomb Them With Your Shoes, Richard." Abu Qatada denies being responsible for 9/11, 7/7, 21/7 or the bonus ball. So at the end of that round, I can tell you Sean's team have 3 points, Jason's team have 2 points. Our next round is called Pick of the Polls. Our teams take it in turns to choose a picture from the board, and then they have to answer a related question. OK, Sean, you want to go first? What picture do you fancy?
What's that fella?
That's Raj Pasu. We'll have him then.
Dr. Raj Pasu has been in the news this week accused of plagiarism. So we polled our studio audience and we asked them, is it OK to cheat if it makes you successful?
What he said was, he said, I didn't really cheat or steal it. He said there was a few copying and pasting errors, which is a bit like if you've been done for stealing a car, you say there's been a few driving and parking errors, really.
It's also like they're saying it's plagiarism. Maybe it was just like bands do it, like a cover version. Maybe he's just saying, look, I think this professor's really great, so I'm just using all of his words.
He only changed 2 words in the book. In fact, he just changed the name of the author. OK, so we polled our audience and asked, is it OK to cheat if it makes you successful? What are you going to go for, Sean?
I think if they're honest.
Yes, yeah, they probably said yes, didn't they?
So you're going to go yes?
Yeah.
OK, I can tell you the answer is yes. 55% said it's OK to cheat if it makes you successful. Yeah. Give yourselves a round of applause, you cheating bastards. Raj Pasu has been in the news this week as he's been investigated for plagiarism. Professor Richard Bentle said he was flabbergasted at the blatancy of his colleagues cheating. In response, Dr. Pasu said he was flabbergasted at the blatancy of his colleagues cheating. Jason's team, what picture do you fancy?
Ooh. I think Amy Winehouse.
This is a poll with a whole question. 12% of people think Amy Winehouse has what?
Some sort of drug problem.
I was just
12% of
12%.
people.
What about 12% of people think that she's not on drugs?
The only person that thinks she's not on drugs is Pete Doherty, who thinks, yeah, she dabbles a bit, but not really. 12% of people think Amy Winehouse has what?
Some of the worst tattoos I've ever seen. They're dreadful, her tattoos, aren't they? I think the only people who should have tattoos are people in the Navy. I saw a guy once who did his own tattoos, and he was a Motorhead fan, and he wanted to write Ace of Spades under his eye, but he didn't space it out, and he had Ace of Spad.
The best tattoo I've ever seen was an older woman that I had a thing with years ago, and she had a complete fox hunt done over her shoulder and down there, and the fox disappearing. Incredible.
12% think she's got pigeons in the head.
You're very, very close with that, Theo Paphitis.
Nits.
I'll give you that, yeah. 12% of people think Amy Winehouse has head lice. We're not going to go on about Amy's drug addiction, but it's the dragon I feel sorry for. Imagine being chased by that.
Have I told you about my new book?
What's your book called?
Enter the Dragon.
Sounds
Theo
like something on a
Paphitis.
swingers website. So you sitting there going like this, enter me.
Only in prison.
It's a good thing Deborah Meaden didn't get there first. Count your blessings.
You're selling paper clips.
And knickers.
Do you design the knickers?
Yeah.
Pervert.
I don't understand why no one's ever done an all-in-one for men. You know, like women have that thing, and they just have some poppers there.
They're the most uncomfortable thing in the whole entire world, and one of the most embarrassing things that's ever happened to me in my life was that my stylist made me wear one.
Go on.
I put it on, and then I was like, Dad, look at this. This is the most stupid thing ever, not realising that it has a gusset hole.
You showed your dad your la-la. That is an embarrassing thing.
It could have been worse. It could have been Jack wearing it with his bollocks hanging out, just like...
Are you sure it wasn't just second-hand?
Or maybe it was a shithole and you had it on backwards.
Mike Wilmot there, adding a touch of class to proceedings. So at the end of that round, I can tell you it's 5 points for Sean's team and 2 points for Jason's team. The next round is Believe It or Not. In this round, I'll give the panellists a simple statement. All they have to do is decide whether they think it's true or false. Let's have a look at a clip from Tomorrow's World to illustrate your statistic.
Good King Wenceslas last looked out.
For goodness sake, please be quiet. Go away. We're trying to get some sleep round here.
Well, you can't win them all. I don't know what happened to his Christmas spirit and good cheer, but maybe I need someone to help me singing.
Christmas, Christmas, Sunday night, that's Christmas. I need hymns and happy hymns, seraphims and cherubims.
Fantastic. Sing some more.
I'll take care of that, thank you. All you need to make a bit of money at this game is a computer, a voice synthesizer, a radio-controlled robot, like Fred here, and you're in business.
Your related question, 66% of people would rather have a robot than a pet. True or false?
I mean, I've got two cats. I've got two cats I don't like. I don't like them. I prefer dogs. But what I like about dogs is every so often it just winks at you. Just, you know, just gives you a little wink. That's because they're content with life. It's sort of, they wink at you to go, it's all right, innit, life? And cats occasionally wink at you as well. They sort of go, if you don't give me food, I will chew your face off. So that's... Your mum's got loads of dogs, hasn't she?
Yeah, she does. She's got about 20. And my dad, she had this room built. It just has a chair, a TV that's on the Animal Channel, then chairs for my dad to go in there and hang out with the dogs.
Literally, you've got a doghouse for your dad.
He says dogs don't talk back.
I have daughters, I can understand that completely. I sit on the shitter for days.
The downside of having a robot is, of course, you're always dissatisfied with it because you always know there's a slightly improved model out there with a better voice. So
like
that's
a wife.
always going to make you... It's we're constantly going, oh, I want the one that doesn't go, yes, now I love you.
That sounds like me. Come here, honey, give me a kiss.
66% of people would rather have a robot than a pet, so you're saying true or false?
We're saying false.
You're saying false?
Yeah.
You're saying...
True.
True.
OK, I can tell you the answer is false. Well done, you get that. Only 26% of people would rather have a robot than a pet. Just like robots, pets have got an off switch, but you can only find it with the edge of a spade. So at the end of that round, I can tell you it's 5 points for Sean's team and 3 points to Jason's team. It's all to play for as we go into the final round, which is and the winner is the most common lie told in the workplace.
Oh, brilliant. I'm really glad you brought your baby in. Oh, it's great. No, we really enjoyed seeing it.
Is it your call is important to us?
Is it someone has been downloading pornography on my computer?
Has anyone ever lied to you? I mean, you run a couple of massive businesses.
Well, not if they want to stay alive afterwards, no.
Listen to the You're a murderer?
Just for your information, John, Theo Paphitis is in Alex's gang. Yeah. Pow, pow, pow. Blah, blah, blah.
It's not my fault.
It's dangerous, so dangerously close, I think I will give you that.
Really?
The most common lie in the workplace is, I don't know what happened. Top thing to rescue if your house is on fire.
My mum always had this fear that our house was going to burn down.
It's because you got Ozzy Osbourne wandering around it.
So I still have this ladder. So if there was ever a fire, I could jump out my window and climb down.
You would think that with the money your parents have got, they'd put slides instead of ladders. That'd be a lot more fun, wouldn't it, for kids? Woo!
Oh, there's a fire again!
Fire, brilliant!
First thing I'd save, the recycling. Because I spent so long sorting out bottles, I'm not going to waste like 2 hours. I'm not going to waste that. That's coming with me.
You haven't got that long.
I know. All right, there's no need to shout, Theo. There's a fire. Don't worry.
Kelly, what would you rescue?
Probably my pictures.
I'd rescue my photographs, because if the police ever get hold of them, I'm going to jail. It's quite a practical thing.
Oh, spatula.
Keys.
Keys is exactly right.
Keys, yes, Kelly.
I'll give you that, but it is in fact car keys.
I'll take that.
Got the car keys, love? Love? Well, that sound tells me it's the end of the round and the end of the show, which means the final scores are Sean, Theo and Mike have 5 points, Jason, Kelly and John have 5 points. Everyone's a winner on 8 out of 10 Cats. Thanks to all our panellists, our wonderful studio audience, and to all of you for watching at home. That's it from us. Good night.